Emre slept deeply, limbs heavy under the soft sheets. In his dream, he was fishing. The sky above the sea was pale blue, and the water calm, endless. He had just caught a giant sea bream, its silver body gleaming as he reeled it in. The fish dangled in front of his face. Victory. But as he tried to remove the hook from its mouth, the tail suddenly flicked, again and again, smacking him across the nose. He jolted awake, only to find Lauren lying the opposite way in bed, stifling a laugh. Her right foot was gently brushing the tip of his nose. He grinned, still groggy, then leaned down and kissed the toes that woke him. She burst into soft, playful giggles, childlike and unguarded. She was in a surprisingly good mood this morning. He shifted toward her and pulled her into a kiss. Long, warm, full of morning breath and something sweeter. "Good morning," he whispered against her lips. The tabby cat weaved between their legs, tail flicking like it had somewhere important to be. Toasted bread steamed on a plate. A small dish of olives sat beside a pat of butter, starting to melt. Lauren sipped her tea while Emre chewed slowly, eyes distant. "Oh," he said suddenly, as if remembering a punchline. "So you were the fish." She blinked. "What fish?" "The one from my dream. Turns out it was your foot." He smirked. "I almost caught it." "Well," she said, raising an eyebrow, "you caught this one." They both laughed. "And this fish," she added, "has made a resolution." Emre raised a brow. "Let me guess. You're finally learning to swim?" She rolled her eyes. "No, silly. I'm going to lose weight. But in a fun way." He gave her a dramatic look. "You don't say." "Not like that," she said, laughing. "I want to meet that friend of yours, the one who teaches belly dance." That made him chuckle. "Hinata? That's unexpected." "Why?" "Well, she's a bit eccentric, even by your standards." "I think I can handle eccentric," Lauren said with a grin. "She's Japanese, right?" He nodded. "Yep. A Japanese belly dance teacher teaching an American how to shake her hips. This I have to see." Lauren smirked. "You'll see nothing. It's girls only. For now." Lauren stood just inside the entrance of the studio, taking it all in. The mirrors were slightly fogged. The incense was floral and smoky, and scarves in vibrant reds and purples hung like lazy sunbeams from the curtain rods. It didn't feel like a gym. It felt like a hidden world. Hinata, small and radiant in the center of the room, looked like she belonged to that world entirely. Cropped blue hair, an orange coin belt that jingled when she blinked. She turned dramatically when Lauren entered. "You," she declared. "You have hips like a story." Lauren raised an eyebrow. "That's new." Hinata grinned. "Good. If your hips don't surprise you, you're not living." Lauren chuckled nervously, then excused herself to the changing room. Inside, she changed into a pair of black yoga pants and a soft yellow t-shirt. She stared at herself in the mirror for a moment, hair a little messy, cheeks already flushed from anticipation, and took a steadying breath. When she returned to the studio, Hinata was already dancing. Without missing a beat, Hinata caught sight of her and tossed her a red coin belt. "Wear that," she said, spinning. "Tie this around your doubts." Damn that woman, Lauren thought. She sees too much. Lauren tied the belt around her hips, the tiny coins clinking as she moved. She took her place in front of the mirror and tried to follow. At first, her body resisted. Her hips jerked awkwardly, her arms unsure. She overthought every movement. Then, with one misplaced foot, she stumbled and fell to the floor. The music stopped. Lauren sat there, heart pounding, breath shallow. Maybe this was a mistake, she muttered. Maybe I'm just not made for this. Hinata walked over slowly, barefoot bangles chiming, and sat beside her. You know what your problem is, she said gently. You're trying too hard. Lauren looked at her, defeated. Hinata's voice softened as she recited, The old pond. A frog jumps in. Plop. Matsuobasho, she added, a master of stillness. Lauren blinked. That's a poem? Hinata nodded. It is everything. The frog doesn't try to jump. It just jumps. The plop isn't perfect. It's inevitable. Everything in nature works. Gracefully, effortlessly, even when it seems to be making a tremendous effort. She leaned in, eyes twinkling. You, Lauren, are not here to try to dance. You're here to remember how to move. She paused, then knelt down in front of Lauren and, without asking, placed both hands lightly on Lauren's belly and gave it a silly jiggle, making a soft bloop 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 sound with her lips. Lauren blinked, caught completely off guard. A flash of embarrassment crossed her face, but it faded into something else. Curiosity, a flicker of amusement. This woman was bizarre, but there was something oddly safe about her. Hinata looked up, completely serious now. There is a gorgeous, sensual, wildly sexy woman in there somewhere, but you just haven't met her yet. Hinata smiled, kind, a little mischievous but sincere. And she doesn't show up when you force her. She shows up when you let go. She stood and offered a hand. Now, let's try again. No pressure. Just breath, hips, and a little bit of magic. Lauren reached for her hand. This time she didn't try. She moved. And it was amazing. The sun was low, casting soft gold over the buildings. Lauren walked down the street, her gym bag bouncing gently at her side, cheeks flushed from something deeper than movement. Something had shifted. That stuck feeling, the heaviness she'd been carrying quietly for months, was gone. No drama, no fight. It had simply loosened. She stopped walking. Was it always that easy? She thought. I've been battling this for so long, she murmured. She snapped her fingers, and just like that, problem solved. She smiled to herself and kept walking, lighter than she'd felt in a very long time. Next episode, Now I Set You Free.